Alright. This fellow, because he's looking at the table.
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
You know, I'm growing more and more tempted to use this cane as a bludgeon as the owner did.
May I ask you something?
Yes, sir. It'll be an honor to help you.
There were 3 people at the table, a couple and a retired naval officer. Observers are not sure what happened to the couple, but the navy officer was seen going out to the front garden for some air. I have to find him.
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
Press Q to concentrate and reveal details to identify your target. Welsh bureaucrat, affable, interesting. How do I know this? How do I know he's a Welsh bureaucrat? Oh, okay, I can probably hear him talk.
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
Definitely sounds Welsh. Good grief. Like, if I know he's a Welsh bureaucrat, I should be able to pick that up from his accent. Because that's how you'd probably think of. And maybe what he's talking about makes me think he's a bureaucrat. But give me little snippets of information, not telling me about them. So I would assume man in the dark coat, most likely to be our naval officer. He's a retired military.
Do you know anything about this?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
There we go, retired military. Navy officer, Mr. Rhodes, was sitting at our table with the noble couple. The man talked about yachting, the lady was fidgeting with the cane. Perhaps she put it aside, her husband forgot to take it when they went to meet the medium. Perfect excuse to enter the séance room.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the séance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show.
Right. So where's the séance? Through there. I don't like that he teleports. I really don't. Dark rituals at the graveyard. So right after I turned the corner, I saw him. The necromancer. I started to nervously look around, but I quickly hid behind a gravestone. Common sense told me to run. But my duty to you, my readers, was more important than the risk of my life. Okay. Luckily, the vampire did not notice me and continued his devilish ritual. He raised a woman from her grave and ordered her to kill 2 men who were close by. Then they kissed and made unholy love in their fresh, unearthed coffin. It lasted for hours, but when the moon became low in the sky, they turned bats and flew away. I managed to obtain a few photographs of the victims. Unfortunately, these were confiscated by the police. Yes, very, very reliable, aren't they? Right, here we go.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made.
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
Investigation. Observation. Observe. Red face, swollen red skin. So he probably drinks a lot. Rich and fashionable. I got that from the nobleman. Okay. Doesn't wear a wedding ring. That's the garlic. So it may not have been a couple then. Recently hit someone with force. Really, Sherlock? That's not really news, is it? Judging by the heraldic album on his signet ring and cane, I can be fairly certain this man is Lord Craven, a bored, rich English nobleman who travels around Europe squandering money. His florid face indicates he has problems with alcohol. He's still physically strong and healthy, but in a few years' time he'll be wretched. Being constantly drunk, his issues with his temper, his red knuckles reveals he has severely beaten at least one person quite recently. Sherlock, we already know this. We saw him do it. You can't be like, well, based on his fists. No, we saw him do it. His anger issues mixed with alcohol and the contrariety, whatever, could make him a violent person. I don't think he's ill. Oh, I get to choose. Oh, this is the other one. Judging by the Lord Craven, succumbed to the temptation to drink a few of alcohol. Perhaps he was unsettled by the séance. Assume that he takes boxing lessons to strengthen his physical condition. No, I think we already decided he was quite volatile. Well, we know he's. This isn't a one-off. This is the thing. Is like this isn't a one-off that he's just infuriated, because it's not a one-off because the cane has got dents in it, so it's probably that one. Bored British nobleman. I wonder if this changes the game, like how you define people changes how they think, or can you be wrong? That's always interesting in these kind of games. I'm always intrigued to see, like, are we always right and it just shifts the story to match what we've said, or is this just our understanding of the character and we can be wrong? Yeah, we've just had that. He could be a violent person.
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this.
What happened?
You insist the medium robbed you during the séance. But what occurred exactly?
It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Well, tell me about the diamond.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a séance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
I should look around.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
Right. Press Z to highlight interactive areas in this environment around you. This ability must recharge before it can be used again. Well, obviously there's stuff here, isn't there? The ectoplasm.
This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm. The ghost was here, Sherry.
Shut up, John.
There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass.
Presumably hers, then. That would make sense. He was sitting there, then.
Half a glass of Balblair scotch and the remains of a poor Laranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman
Yeah,
need?
so he was sitting there, Emma was here, the medium here. So what else is to look at? Ah, I can move around. Not too far, though. Can't look at what's on the floor. Ah, there we go, a bit closer.
This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms.
Oh, I have to... Oh, press Q to observe it more closely. Okay. The groove.
The diamond was placed on the table so that all participants could reach it.
Right, so that does make a degree of sense. Turkish servant, sympathetic, accommodating. Ethiopian medium, disoriented, sympathetic. Probably because he got punched. In high dudgeon, affable, British aristocrat. Right. Huh, nothing for John. Oh, we've got everything here. Oh, that's good. Okay. Right, so... let's talk to the medium then.
What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Are any spirits here now?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait.
Well, we'll find out who did it.
I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But this stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
Find enough clues to make a deduction. Open the casebook with C, then navigate to the Mind Palace. Pair up clues, right? Mind Palace, okay. That one then. Punch the medium. So, okay, so if we click those together. Lady Craven was pointing at the window. I'm sure she saw someone in the courtyard during the séance. I think that's... I don't think there's another option. Oh, that's just that. Okay. And those two are not, clearly not connected. How do I pin it again? There we go.
It seems there may have been an unexpected visitor outside the window.
Ah, yes.
I hope it was the ghost of the Raja.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah. So that's what we knew. We knew she was sitting there. I just hadn't quite told you what was out here. I mean, if I...
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
I've not achieved anything. Hello?
This hefty chair has nearly broken after hitting the wall. Could one man even lift it?
At Cambridge, I was captain of the rugby team. It was no place for weaklings.
Right. Hello. Recently scratched. Something is stuck. A heel.
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
To track someone's movements, first pin the relevant evidence to the screen, then enter concentration mode. Okay. Right, I have to go back to the casebook. But I've already pinned it. Unless... Oh, someone in the courtyard, so that is right. Oh, there we go. I don't... Oh, so it's through here? I don't know what I'm actually looking for is the problem. Oh, hello.
Size 4 with a broken heel.
Okay. So, Someone who works here then, unless there's something else to discover.
Rose Moore. All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe.
So, definitely not the ghost of a Raja? Unless... No, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
Maybe. Ah! This is a way in. There's a maid here we could probably question.
Excuse me, just one question.
You look like an honorable man. I have some information for you.
Staff said that Lucia got a scolding from the chief steward for wearing common shoes at work. She should be cleaning near the pictures upstairs now. Now that would make sense if she was wearing common shoes. If she'd broken it. What is John's diary? Sometimes I truly believe Sherry can never be mistaken. Does Sherry use clues and deduction to determine who can answer his questions, or is it merely luck? Either way, great success. Sometimes I truly believe Sherry can know. Could have gotten something more difficult if finding them out. And with his eyes closed. Oh, apparently he's very consistent that I can't be mistaken. That's nice. We'll teach him, I'm sure. Cleaning near the paintings. So it's not... So near the paintings. Here are the paintings. Can't go in there. Ah! Near the paintings upstairs.
Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No, no. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the séance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
I'm a writer. No, I'm solving a crime.
A precious diamond was stolen during the séance. Lord Craven entrusted me with its recovery.
I'm sorry, sir, but we are forbidden to discuss the private matters of our guests.
Are you also forbidden from peeking into private rooms, Miss?
Saletta. Lucia Saletta, sir.
Tell me, Miss Saletta, what would your manager say if he knew you were spying on guests?
Oh, please, sir, don't tell him. I have a family. I need this work.
I won't, but only if you answer my questions truthfully. And don't play coy. I can tell.
What did you see?
Describe what happened during the séance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes! She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.